Hello everyone. In this video, let's discuss about methods in Java. Methods in Java is a block of code that performs a specific task and it gets executed only when that particular method is called. It helps in code reusability, readability and modular programming. We'll see the syntax of the method. First we have to give the return type. Then we have to give the method name. In the bracket, that is in the parenthesis, we have to give the arguments, or we call it as parameters. Then here we have to give the block of the code. And inside the method, we have to give the return type. That is return value. If it is an integer, we have to return integer value. If it is a character, we have to return a character. If we are not returning anything, we have to give, we don't want to give any value. If the return type is void. Fine. So let me start the code with the main method. So main method is a place where the execution of the program always gets started, and that is called by JVM. It is automatically called. We don't want to call this. Okay. Import java.util.start class main. Okay. So the main method public static void main string args. So this is a method, this is a main method where the execution of the program always gets started. In this I can give a block of statement or block of code. Okay. See, methods are two types. One is built-in method and another one is user-defined method. User-defined methods. So built-in methods are nothing but we are using a square root function. So that is present inside the math class, math.sqrt. In strings and all we'll be discussing about to lower, to upper, square root, round, seal. So these are all the inbuilt methods where I don't want to write the functionality of the code. It has already been written by the developers. So directly we can use that method to get the output value. But when you go for user-defined method, user has to define the method and he has to write the code for the functionality of that particular method. Okay, let's discuss about the user-defined method in detail. The execution of the program always starts from the main method. So here let me take three variables, int a equal to 1, b equal to 3, I'll give, and I'm going to give int c is equal to a plus b, sum of two values, and I'll print here. I'll print the value c. Let me save this and let me run the code here. See, I've got the value called 4. See, I've got the value called 4. Here, this logic I'm going to write it inside a function. So here a plus b I have given, right? Instead of adding this, I'm going to call a method. I'm going to give addition. Okay, the method name is addition. I am going to pass two arguments, a comma b, because I'm going to add the value of a and b. Or in other ways, let's get the a value and b value from the user itself. So if I want to get the input value from the user, I have to create an object for the scanner class. Scanner SE equal to new scanner system.in. Okay, I'll get the input value of a equal to se.nextInt. Similarly, int b is equal to se.nextInt. Okay, so I have given int c equal to addition of a comma b. This we call it as method call, or we call function call. So method call, I'm calling a method. See, we have got an error saying that we have not defined the method. So we have to create a method. So here I'll go. The method name I'm going to give it as addition, return type. So this method is going to return an integer value. So I'll give the return type as int addition int a comma int b. So the variable a and b in the method addition is different, and the variable a and b in the main method is different. Okay, those are different variables. Here I have called the method has been called. So here I have created the method. Let me write the logic of the method addition. So here I have to add two numbers and I have to return a value because I have given the return type as int. So I'll give int c equal to a plus b. I have added two values. After this, I have to return an integer value because I have given the return type as integer. So I'll give return c. Let me save the code. So here it is still showing an error because here the method addition, I'm calling a method addition that is present inside a static method. Okay, so if you want to call the method addition without the help of objects, you have to make this method as static. That is one thing. So here I'll make the method as static. So now it will not throw me any error. You can call the method. I'll repeat again. The method addition, here we are calling a method, right? This method is present inside a static method. So if you want to call the method, okay, you have to create an object and then you have to call the method. Without the help of object, if you want to call a method, you have to make the method as static. This is one way. Let me save this and let me run the code. So here I'll get the input value as 5 and 4. See, I've got the output value as 9. Other ways, if you don't want to make this a static and if you still want to call this method addition, you have to create an object. So here we are calling the inbuilt method called nextInt. This method is called only with the help of object. So I am creating an object for the scanner class. With the help of the object, I am calling the method called nextInt. Similarly, addition method is present inside the class called main. So I have to create an object for the class main. Main m equal to new main. So I have created an object. With the help of this object m, I can call the method called addition. So m dot addition. So I have called the method addition with the help of the object. This will not throw me any error. Let me save the code and let me run the code. See, 5 and 4, I have got the output value as 9. So these are the two ways where you can call the method. Because this method is present inside the static method. That is the only reason. Okay. Here I have called the method with the help of an object. I have called the method. It goes here. It executes the logic and it returns a value c because I have given the type as int. So it returns a value c to this place. The value of c will be 9 and I am trying to print the value 9. 9 will be the output value. So when we are discussing the definition of methods, I have mentioned code reusability. So here again, if I want to add another two values, I don't want to write this logic again. I can call the method. For example, I am going to give int d is equal to m dot addition c comma d. Let me get c value and d value from the user. Sorry, not c. Here I have given d, right? I'll give x, y. Okay. I'll give x and y. So int x equal to sc dot next int and int y is equal to sc dot next int. Okay, let me save this. Let me run the code now. First for a and b. A value is 4, b value is 4 I give. And I have called the method. Now x value and y value I have to get. X value 3 and y value 3 I have got. See, I have printed the value of c alone. That is why I have got only 8. Let me print the value of d also. System dot out dot print ln d. So now let me save the code and let me run the code. X value, it's a value 3, b value 3, c value 4, d value 4. See, 3 plus 3 is 6, 4 plus 4 8. So here I want to add these two numbers and I want to add these numbers. Instead of writing this logic again and again, I have written the logic only once and I am calling the method alone. So this is what called as code reusability. I am reusing the code called addition. Hope it is clear. So here you can call the method with arguments, without arguments. You can return the value or you don't want to return the value. That doesn't matter at all. You can give anything. This is all about the methods. This is user defined method. So you can call the method with the help of an object. Without the help of an object, if you want to call a method, you have to make the method as static. And you will have a question. See, but this method we are not calling at all, but it is getting executed because this method is called by JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So whenever the program is getting started, JVM will call the main method automatically, and this method main is not going to return me anything because I have given the return type as void. Void will not return anything. So execution always starts from the main method, and this is called by JVM. Okay, this is called methods. Now let's write the method with static method as well as non-static method, which we have discussed. Import java.util.start. I'm going to get the input value from the user class main. I'm giving the class name as main. Public static void main string args. So this is the main method which is called by the JVM. Fine. I'm creating an object for the scanner class. Scanner SC equal to new scanner system.in. I'm going to get two input values from the user, A and B. Okay. I'm going to call two methods, addition and multiplication. So addition is going to be a static method and multiplication is going to be a non-static method. So I'll get the input value int A equal to sc dot next int. Int B is equal to sc dot next int. Okay. Fine. Now I'm going to call a method called addition. So int C is equal to addition A comma B. So this is going to be a static method. So I can call the method addition without the help of object. So static, it is going to return me an integer value. So I'll give int addition int A comma int B. Okay. So here I'll give int C equal to A plus B and I'll return the value C. See, this is a static method. I'll comment here static method. Let me print the value C. System.out.println C. I'm printing the value of C. Now I'm going to call a method called multiplication. So I'll take int D is equal to multiplication. I'm going to pass two arguments, A comma B. So here it is not going to be a static method. It is going to be a non-static method. So if it is going to be a non-static method, I have to create an object for the class called main. So I'll create main m equal to new main. Okay. So the object is m. So I'm going to call the method called multiplication with the help of the object m. I'm defining the method here. So int multiplication, I have taken two arguments, int A comma int B. Int C equal to A into B. So product of two numbers. Return C. See, I have called the method and I have created the method. Let me print the value of D. System.out.println D. Let me save this, and this is non-static method. Let me save this and let me run the code now. See, A value was 3 and B value was 4. Sum of two number is 7. Product of two number is 12. So we have got 7 and 12 as the output, because the method addition is going to give me the sum of two numbers and the method multiplication is going to give me the product of two numbers. That's all.